Good morning, yogis. Good morning. Getting our cameras set up. How are you? How are you? Go ahead and find the chat. Say hello. And let's start the second camera. All right. It is a beautiful day. Hello, Josefa. All right, let's see. Hello, hello, good morning. Welcome, Alicia. Good to see you. Are you in Switzerland, my dear? Go ahead and find the chat. Gabriela, Maga, good morning. Good morning, Gisela. Welcome, guys. Find the chat, say hi. Hello, yes, Gisela, Maga, Alicia, yes, Switzerland. Oh my God, it's spring there. It must be so pretty. It's spring here in Pennsylvania, and it's just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. How are you guys feeling? Did you sleep good last night? Are you ready to move? This is when you start to make some pose requests, anything that you would like to have today. Any requests, any areas that you're feeling tight, sore, weak, unenthusiastic? Talk to me, talk to me. Danya, good morning. Needing a deep stretch. You are in the right place, Gisela. This would be the appropriate place for a very deep stretch. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Roland, hello. Maria, welcome. Good morning, Danya. Where are you? Are you in Peru or are you in Cusco, Lima? Hi, Maria. This is our I love Saturdays. I get to see everybody. Well, I mean, not really, but you know, we're together in spirits in the digital paradigm. All right, so we got a request for a deep stretch. Who else? Anything you want? You guys want a strong workout? You want to resist gravity today? Or hi, Jasmine. You're in Germany, right? Yes. Is spring happening there? I bet it's beautiful as well. Good morning, Anne-Marie. Good morning, good morning. Guys, find the chat. And you want to set your chat settings to all panelists and attendees. Sometimes it auto sets you to just reply to like one person or only part of the group. Oh, good morning, my dears. 5 weeks of the best sunny weather, but some days ago it changed completely to rain. Yipes. Yipes. Yeah, it's been raining a lot here in Pennsylvania, although what that means is that we have a bunch of like seasonal mushrooms that are growing, like morels and other things that are sprouting up. So it's been really nice mushroom hunting. All right. Are you guys about ready to move? Okay, so let's begin, guys. Go ahead and come to a comfortable seated position. Rest your palms on your knees. Begin to bring your attention to your breath. And now when you bring your attention to your breath, find the bottom of the diaphragm. Find the bottom of the diaphragm. As if you're inflating right here, you're pushing it out and down, trying to take up a little bit more space in the diaphragm, the bottom of your lungs. So with your inhale, expand. And then feel that you're filling up the rest of the lungs. And with the exhale, draw in and up, pushing the air out. Inhale fully. And exhale. Good. Now bring your hands together into a prayer position and then interlace your fingers and extend them away from you, round your back. And with your next inhale, take your palms up and tuck your chin. Stretch the back of your neck and begin extending right side and left side, lengthening the rib cage. Excellent. And slowly lowering down, bring your hands behind you, fingers face forward under your legs and place them on the mat. And with your next inhale, lift your hips up. Take a little back bend, spread your fingers. And now with your exhale, take your hips all the way through your hands and engage your core. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Go ahead and come to a comfortable seated position. Extend your legs out in front of you. Okay, so bring your hands like this and take them underneath your knees. And see that you can bend your knees and then bring your feet to life. Spread your toes. And now with your exhale, round your back. And with your inhale, arch and look up. So you'll find a bit of a stretch there. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, arch. You can bend your knees here. See that I'm bending my knees. I'm squeezing my femur bones into my rib cage. Exhale, round back. Inhale, arch. Squeeze your femur bones into your rib cage. Excellent. One more time. Exhale, round. And squeeze femur bones into the rib cage. Arch your spine. Beautiful. Cross your ankles right in front of your hips. Find your knees, squeeze them together, extend your arms forward. Hollow your belly and draw it in and up, activating your core muscles. Excellent. Hold, nice and steady. Steady the breath. It is not your fault you're so strong. Excellent. Extend your feet out. Switch, pull them back in. Knees together, feet close to your sits bones, so it's a contracted position. Excellent. Place your feet down. Roll forward over them, coming onto all fours. All right. Go ahead and turn your right hand back, spread your fingers, and press the tops of the fingernails into the mat, and start moving forward and back. Stretch your wrist, and a hint of a smile. Now, if you've been doing this a while and it's comfortable, you can play around with the more intense version where you straighten your legs. And coming into downward dog. Do not break your hand off. Lower down, switch sides. Now the left goes back. Spread your fingers. Notice if your elbow's bent and roll it in and back, shining the eye of the elbow forward. Then go ahead, move forward and back, stretching the wrist. Excellent, excellent. And if you would like, you can turn your toes under and press back into downward facing dog. Good. And then lower down. And now turn both your hands back so they face back. Bring your pinky fingers together. Super important that we do some wrist stretches throughout our practice because we put a lot of weight on our hands in yoga. And what can often take the intensity is the wrists. So we want to make sure they're flexible and conditioned. Good. Place your palms on the mat. Turn your toes under and press back into your downward dog. Now, I recommend you step your feet off your mat. And so this particular variation is a hip or a hamstring opening downward dog. Then begin to sway from side to side, bending one knee, bending the other. Press your palms flat. We're going to roll forward with the spine. So tuck your tailbone around your back, Pick up your heels and shift forward. Let your shoulders past your hands. And then drop back, bend your knees. Take your head through. 2 more times. Round your shoulders, round, 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 round. Excellent. Take your head up and take it back. Bend your knees. Drop your head through. Good. And your 3rd time, round, 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 round. All the way forward. Head looks up and release. Take it back. Good. Step your feet back onto the mat and bring your big toes together so they touch. Inhale, shift forward. Bring your right hand to the center of the mat and rotate. Stack your feet, Vashisthasana, right side. Squeeze your legs together and extend. Get strong. Push the mat away. Lift your hips up. Your gaze can either be down towards the ground, the middle, or up. And slowly lowering your right hip onto the ground. So take a moment here to reposition yourself. Take a moment. And guys, as far as your view, you should have 2 images of me either next to each other or stacked on top of each other. If you don't, touch your screen so that you can find the speaker or the gallery view. Good. So stack your legs on top of each other. Squeeze them together slightly and make sure this elbow is not bent. You can always walk the hand further forward if it's too intense. Then begin to play with shifting your left hip slightly forward. Slightly forward. Excellent. Shifting it slightly forward. You see that I'm rocking a little bit. You're just kind of exploring, like, oh, what's going on inside my, inside the right side body. Open the ribs, breathe into the kidney. A few more breaths here. Excellent. Now bend your knees just a little bit and lower down so you're bringing your right elbow onto the ground. Palm is flat. And see that you can push that hand down. Step your left foot forward. Go ahead and pick up your hips. Pick up your hips and then pick up your right leg. Extend your left arm up. Try. It's not easy, but try. You'll see you can get it up and it might go back down. Then pick it back up again. Get strong. So you learn to engage your core as you resist gravity. Excellent. Lowering down, roll onto your belly and take your right arm into a 90-degree angle. So have a look. Right arm, 90-degree angle. Left arm, the fingers are in line with the shoulder. And go ahead and roll onto your right side. Bend your knees up. Press with your left hand so that you're taking your shoulders instead of the left shoulder being uncontrolled. I want you to control it and actively try to stack it on top of the right. Direct your breath into the inside line of your right lung. Excellent. And go ahead and roll onto your belly. Bring yourself to the center of your mat. And then walk your hands out in front into finger stands. From this position, take your right arm underneath the left and the left on top. Once you arrive here, find your hands and try to walk your elbows further apart. Then turn your toes under and go ahead and scoot yourself forward. So go ahead and drop your head if you would like, and you can feel that the heaviest part of your body is pushing your elbows further apart. And in this particular pose, if you can increase the volume of the inhaled air just a little bit, you'll see that you can get a stretch from the inside. Increase the volume of your air just a little bit. Excellent. Now lift your shoulders up and take your elbows straight out to the side. Turn your hands so your fingers face away and your hands are wider than your mat. Good. Now notice the position of your elbows and push them forward. Excellent. And then tuck your tailbone so you engage your core. Lift up. Keep your head up. That's 1. Push your elbows forward. Get strong. 2. 3. Push your elbows forward. 4. Excellent. And 5 all the way up. And lower down onto the mat. Take your right arm and extend it out to the right. So it's in a straight line. And then roll first onto your right side. Bend your knees up. This might be enough. If it's not, roll all the way around and have both your knees facing up. Then, if you would like, you can place your right foot on the left femur bone and begin rocking from side to side. You may have your spine adjust. Of course, if you're able to bind, go ahead. But if you're not able to bind yet, don't worry, just focus on the right arm. Excellent. And slowly release, rolling back onto your belly. And take both your hands all the way down to your waist. And when you bring your hands down to your waist, hug the elbows together. See that I have a 90-degree angle to start? And then with your inhale, rise up. Upward dog or cobra. And lifting up, when you lift up, so when I transition onto all fours, I round my back, I engage my lower abdominals. Good. And I slide forward, taking the chest and chin onto the mat, extend your arms. Good, reach forward, either chest and chin or forehead on the mat. Anahatasana, the kids call this puppy pose. Keep your hands alive, press your arms straight. And then slowly rising up. Walk your hands in, turn your toes under, and make your way back into downward facing dog. Take a moment here and notice the difference between the right and the left side so that you can see the effect of those poses. Excellent. With your next inhale, shift forward to the top of the push-up. Bring your left hand to the center of the mat and go ahead and stack your hips. Stack your hips. So you're pushing the ground away and lift your hips up. Reach with the right hand, push with the left, and the gaze can either be down towards the mat, towards the horizon, or up past the thumb on the right hand. Get strong, push, push, push. And with your next exhale, lowering down, bring your elbow onto the mat. Oh, sorry, we have to do the passive pose, my bad. Passive version of Vashisthasana. Left fingers face forward, stack your hips. Squeeze your legs together just a little bit and make sure you're not bending the left elbow. You can walk it forward. From that position, start to shift the right hip forward and let yourself move a little bit here, looking for the area where you most need this particular stretch. Just have a look. And then direct your breath into the left side body, left kidney, left adrenal. And it's our black kitty. Hello, kitty. Excellent. Okay, bend your left elbow and go ahead and bring it onto the ground with the forearm parallel to the front of the mat. Step your right foot forward, lift your hips up. And lift your right arm up and pick up your left leg. Pick it up. Keep trying. Don't give up. Pick it up. Engage your inner thigh. Reach, reach, reach. Extend. Get strong. No one said it's easy, but it's worth trying. Excellent. And lower down. And go ahead and roll onto your right side. Take your left arm into a 90-degree angle here. 90 degrees. So have a look. Center of the shoulder, center of the elbow. Right hand is in line with the right shoulder. And then roll onto your left side. Bend your knees up. Begin to push with your right hand. So see if you can stack that right shoulder over the left. Just see, notice the position of it and see if you can shift it. This will increase the intensity in the pose. Excellent. Go ahead and roll onto your belly. Walk your arms out in front of you, finger stands. Next, take your left underneath the right and the right on top. And then go ahead and walk your hands further apart, separating the elbows, tuck your toes under, and scoot forward. So the heaviest part of your chest pushes your elbows apart. And now once you're in this position, begin to lengthen your breath into the rib cage as if you're trying to expand the stretch on the inside as well as on the outside so that you're creating a little bit of pressure, a little more intensity by expanding into the lungs. Into a smile. Excellent, and slowly lift. Take your elbows out to the side and rotate the hands. Now, find your core, tuck. So you engage the core first, push the elbows forward and up. Keep your head up, that's 1. 2, get strong. 3, excellent. 4, and 5. Lower down. Extend your left arm out to the left and begin to roll. First, rolling onto your left side, bend your knees up. Then if you would like, you can try to roll all the way so that your lower back is on the ground. Now, to play with the pose, you can pick up your left foot and place it on your right femur bone and just begin to rock. Just begin to rock. Excellent. And slowly unwinding, going back onto your belly. And bring yourself to the center of your mat and take your hands nice and low. Point your toes, tuck your chin, and inhale, upward dog or cobra. Now to transition to all fours, I want you to engage your core so that you're rolling or rounding back into it. And then when your hips are stacked over your knees, begin to extend your arms forward, either bringing your forehead to the mat or chest and chin. Extend. Keep your hands alive. Pick up the fingertips. And slowly rising up, walk your hands under and make your way back into your downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Pedal your feet. Notice how your arms and shoulders feel. Bring your feet together, and with your next inhale, take your right leg up towards the sky. Now, you can either stack your hips here or keep them in line. It's your choice. Find your left heel and begin lifting it up and down off the mat. Up and down off the mat. Push with the hands and use this position as a way to extend the body. Longer, you're reaching with the right foot towards the sky, the right knee is straight, there's no bends in the leg. Then with your next exhale, pick up, finger stands on the right hand, start to round your back, making a slow, controlled transition, and then placing your right foot in between your hands. In between your hands. Good. From here, take your left foot and drop it down, and then take a moment and examine your alignment. The forward heel splits the mid-arch of the rear foot. So find that alignment. And then once you have, lengthen your stance and bring your right hand inside the right leg. Come up a little bit so the hand is pressing here on the calf. Push with it and then sweep your left arm up. Reach. The palm is facing down. Reach and extend. Try to sink to 90 degrees. Pick up your toes. Pick up your toes. Reach with the left arm. Reach. Extend. Excellent. Good. Now, lowering that left arm, I want you to rotate into goddess squat. Stay there while I adjust my cameras. Goddess squat. make sure that your feet are nice and wide. Nice and wide. Okay, good. Nice and wide. So have a look and make sure that also your feet are not turned too far out, that it's in a position you can sustain. Now I want you to relax your shoulders. Relax your shoulders. Collapse the pose. Lock your elbows. And sink and just begin to move from side to side. Keep your toes alive. Good. Side to side. And take your shoulders up really high so they're like squished up by your ears. And then from that position, begin to turn, lowering your right shoulder down. Try to keep your arms pressing straight. Let your shoulders up by your ears. And just bring that right shoulder down. And come back up. Left shoulder down. Twist. Come back up. Back to center. Side to side. Good. Now, bring your hands in front of your heart and rise up. Let's get strong together. Pick your toes up, hands in front of your heart, lower down. That's one. Try to sink your sits bones lower than your knees and come up. Keep your arches up. 2. Get strong. 3. Lower down. Excellent. 4. And 5, all the way down. Bring your hands back to your knees. Very good. Okay, so from this position, I want you to find your left foot and turn it. So we're coming back into this position. Extend your arms out like warrior 2. Extend, warrior 2. Good. Find your right hand, lower it down so it's pressing the inside of the leg and sweep the left arm up. We're back into our starting position. Extend, extend with this left hand. The palm faces down towards the ground. It's in line with the back foot. It's one line. And slowly lowering left hand down to the mat. Walk your right foot out, pick your left heel up. You have this wide stance and lower that left knee down. Excellent. Lower that left knee down. If you can, you bring your elbows down to the mat or stay on your hands. Now see my right foot ground all 4 corners. Keep that foot grounded and let yourself shift from side to side. Just exploring what the heck is going on with your hips. And there we have another kitty. This is part of our Yoga Plus feature, where we have not only awesome yoga, but also a little bit of an urban zoo. Why, hello there, kitty. How are you? Side to side. Hello, kitty. Can't block the camera. Go, go, go. Awesome. Walk your hands in. Extend your right leg straight. Now pay attention to what's happening in this foot. Get the toes so they're facing up. This is a good opportunity, if you like blocks, to place them underneath your shoulders. Arch your back. Keep your right foot alive. Lengthen your breath. Squeeze the muscles on the top of the leg. Press with the ball of the foot. Take control of the pose, guys. You got this. Excellent. And now watch my transition. I walk my hands forward a little bit. Left foot turns under, straighten. Slide the right foot back. Now this right foot, I'm keeping it here on the outside edge of the mat, so it's a wide stance. I shift my weight into the left side and I step the left foot wide, so they're both at the edge of the mat. Okay, at the edge of the mat. So if you're using blocks or a chair, place them underneath your shoulders. Have both of your feet totally forward facing. And then we have some variations. One, I really like this variation, is to walk your arms out in front and use finger stands and then drop your head through.
Drop your head through and let your hips shift a little bit from side to side until you find your sweet spot. And one way to check the position is to bring your hands to your lower back and make sure it's nice and flat. The one hip isn't sticking up over the other. Pick up your toes and keep sinking your sits bones back even as you walk the hands forward, trying to find as much extension as possible. Feet, keep them alive. Excellent. Then begin to shift forward. And now move your right foot to the center of your mat. Center of your mat. And then shift your weight into the right leg. Take your left one all the way up. And any version of standing splits you like. If you like to bind, go ahead. Any version of standing splits you like. And breathe into that right hamstring. Excellent. And then lowering your left foot down, cross it in front of the right. Cross it in front of the right. And once you cross it in front of the right, create space between the feet. So the left foot is forward, and you have a good amount of space in between your feet. Keep your feet alive, and then fold forward. If you would like, you can interlace your hands behind your back. Keep your feet alive. Excellent. Release your hands down. Finger stands, balance on your right foot, and pick the left one up and hold it in front. Just hold it for a moment. It's not easy. Excellent. Then go ahead and step back into your downward facing dog. Pedal your feet. Notice how the right side feels. And with your next inhale, round the back, shift forward, engage your core. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Lift your head up, bend your elbows, lower down, point your toes, and inhale, upward facing. Exhale, onto all fours. Anahatasana, puppy pose. Keep your arms straight, either forehead on the mat or chest and chin. Excellent. And slowly rising up. Good. Bring your big toes together so they touch. Let your heels fall apart and go ahead and sit back on your feet. Now, if this causes any knee pain, go ahead and skip it. No one pose equals yoga. Reach your right hand down to your right knee and pick it up. Stretch the ankle. Excellent. Lower down. Find your left knee. Pick it up. Stretch the ankle. Excellent. Lower down. Bring both your hands onto the mat. Turn your toes under, push back in a downward dog, and just notice does one side feel different from the other. Excellent. With your next inhale, lift your left leg up towards the sky. Your hips can be squared or stacked. Press your palms into the mat, and then find your right heel and begin lifting it up and down, trying to use this as a way to create even more extension in the body. Lift up. So you're pushing in three directions. You're pushing with the hands, you're pushing with the right foot, and you're pushing with the left one. It's a three-directional push. Extend, extend, extend. Now, as you begin to transition forward, don't hurry, guys. Pick up finger stands left side. This creates more space. Then start to round your back and draw the knee in. Round, 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 round. Shift forward and place the foot in between the hands. Now, once you arrive here, drop the right heel down and take a moment and check your alignment. Forward heel splits
the mid-arch of the rear. Excellent. Then take your left hand, palm faces the calf, sink low, keep your feet active, push with your left hand and sweep the right one up, reach. Push and reach, extend that whole outside line, try. And keep reaching, try. Excellent. And slowly arriving into your goddess squat. And I will adjust the cameras, make your way into goddess squat. So as you come into goddess squat, nice long stance. Make sure that your feet are wider than your knees. The tendency is to be here with the feet a little bit more narrow. So walk them wider. Hi, kitty. And then see how I'm just letting my shoulders go up towards my ears. Find this position. It's like a sloppy version. I'm not using a lot of force. I'm not resisting a lot of gravity. My elbows are locked. My ears are up. And my shoulders are up by my ears. And play with it just a little bit. Keep your feet active. Sink your sits bones. Excellent. Then take your left shoulder. Begin to lower it down. Try to keep your arms straight. And back to center. Left shoulder. Try to keep your arms straight. And back to center. Bring your hands in front of your heart. And up. Good. And down. Nice and low. Excellent. Slow and steady, don't hurry. Sits bones below the knees. You usually hurry in this, and that's why you don't get results. It's like something fast. No, low. How low can you go? And up. And the last one, sink. Excellent. Good. Bring your hands down. And just play with it a little bit, side to side. Excellent. And then once you're in this position, find your right foot and rotate it. So we're coming back in into this heel splits the mid-arch position. Extend your arms out. And then lean forward, bring your left hand inside the left leg and sweep the right arm up. Extend, reach. Extend the whole side body and push with the left hand. It's not an easy pose. It's not supposed to be easy. Then lowering down, bring both your hands to the mat, sinking down into your nice, low lunge position. Bring your right knee onto the ground and pay attention to what's happening in this left foot. You're going to keep all four corners grounded. And then try to bring your toes to life. Pay attention to what's happening in the ankle. Notice if it's compressing. And just allow yourself to rock from side to side. Excellent. Side to side. Rocking from side to side. Keep sinking your hips. Stay longer than you like to. I hope so. Go on, buddy. Hey, little buddy. Go on. Excellent. And go ahead and rise up, shifting back and coming into your half splits. Hey, little buddy. Come here. Come on, buddy. Now, if you're using blocks, go ahead and find your blocks. So go. Go ahead and find your blocks. Begin to lengthen. Extend your spine, lift up. Keep your toes facing upright. You guys got the urban zoo. It's like the... That's it. Arch your spine. Lengthen into it. So the tendency here in this pose is for something like this to happen and the foot to become uncontrolled. Now, while these may look similar, they're totally a different experience as far as a yoga pose. Good. And slowly begin shifting forward. Watch what I do. I straighten both, and then I'm going to slide that left one back so the outside edge is is touching the mat. And I'm going to step the right one forward. So I have both feet nice and wide. Now, if you're using blocks, have them underneath your shoulders. Otherwise, you can play around with this variation where you walk your hands forward, drop your head, and sink with your hips back. Begin lengthening your breath and keep using your hands to pull the torso forward as you sink your hips back. Your feet are alive, toes are lifting. Regulate your breath. Drop your head. Release any tension in the neck. Excellent. And go ahead and bring your left foot to the center of your mat now. We're going to move into your standing split. So take that right leg up, and you can either have your hips squared or stacked. If you like to bind and grab the foot, any variation. Keep your left foot alive. Keep the ankle lifting, arches lifting, toes lifting. Excellent. Release the right leg and then draw it forward and cross it in front of the left. You know, you can see my feet here. Create some space between the feet. So your right one is for sure in front of the left, and I have space in between them. Good. Once you have that, activate the feet. Don't hurry. And then drop yourself down. Interlace your hands together if you would like. And take a nice forward fold, femur bone crossing. So this helps to stabilize everything after our hip openers. And slowly release. Bring your hands to the mat. Pick up the right foot and hold it in front of the left. Get strong. Get strong. It's not supposed to be easy. And then step it back and make your way into your downward facing dog. Pedal your feet. Notice how your legs feel. Delicious. And with your next inhale, shifting forward, round your back, push the ground away. And lift the head up. Bend your elbows lower down. Point your toes. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, engage your core. And now you're on all fours. Extend your arms forward. Either forehead comes to the mat or chest and chin. Excellent. Rising up. Walk your hands in. Cross your ankles and come ahead and make your way to seated. Make your way to seated. All right. So that was a nice strong warm up. That's the warm up portion of our class. Let's get serious now and do some yoga. All right, extend both your legs out in front of you. Extend both your legs out in front of you. Excellent. Now keep your left one facing forward and bring the right one so that it wraps around the calf of the left. And see if you can find that place where your arch kind of hugs the curve of your calf muscle, just so we're creating a little bit of elegance in our form. Cool. Then take your hands behind you. And this is super important. Push and lift your spine up. Push and lift your spine up. Next, see your left foot. Keep it active. So the ball of the foot is slightly ahead of the heel. Good. Now see if you can fold a little bit lower, but keep this activity of pushing. So I'm pushing with the arms, and I'm pushing with the foot, and my head is up. So you're trying to get extension, extension, extension. Now, if you get low enough that your belly touches your femur bone, so I'm not saying that you're like this with the rounded back. The belly touches the femur bone, then take your hands forward and grab the heel. Yeah. And keep trying to extend. We want that idea of an arch in the spine. As you go down, it's not going to really arch because the belly and everything kind of gets in the way, but you want this idea that I'm trying to arch. This is an active forward fold, not a yin forward fold. Keep lengthening the spine. And if you want to learn more about yoga alignment, we have an upcoming online course. First 50 hours of a 200-hour training brought to you online from Pennsylvania. Good, a few more breaths. See if you can get a little bit deeper. Keep that arch in the spine. You're directing the force into the hamstring. Keep opening your toes. Excellent. Now, rise up and bring your hands to your left knee and bend it. Pick it up and pull the left knee so it's touching your chest, and then take your hands and grab your heel. Good. Keeping this connection between your left thigh bone and your rib cage, begin to straighten out of that, opening the feet. Excellent. So if you start to round and your rib cage comes off your back, bend the knee. It's not about getting the leg straight. I mean, you can do that. It just means you won't get as flexible. So if your goal is to be flexible, maintain a bend in the knee and the connection in the rib cage. If your goal is to take the force into your knee or your lower back, then straighten the leg, lock the knee, as you wish. You get results either way. Excellent. So if you're here and you want to go deeper, meaning that you already have developed some flexibility, I'm going to show another variation. So the next variation, you take your right hand to the outside of your left foot. You take your left hand inside. So see that I bend my knee here. I'm just going to pull it back behind the shoulder. Then I bring my left hand down to the ground, and you can play around with straightening that leg. Notice that I don't look up. I hold my head in neutral, and I use it to push back on that right arm. This right leg can do whatever you'd like. It's not really part of the equation. You can bring it here, you can have it straight, or leave it folded. So you're in a variation of this pose. Your choice, your choice. Excellent. And return. Good. Grab this knee. And now find your right knee. Pick it up. Bring the right foot on the ground. And bring your left ankle onto your right knee. Excellent. From this position, take your hands behind you. Fingers face forward. And go ahead and lift up. Push your hips up. Excellent. And lower down. Take your hands behind you. Press with your fingers. And just keep walking your chest towards your shin bone. And hold. Now make sure that you're not like this with the foot on the femur bone. You see that bend in my ankle? Only should you do this if you, again, don't want to get results. This is supposed to be a stretch of the hip. So you have to pay attention to these alignment points, because that variation where you allow that curve in the ankle takes the force into the ankle joint. And that particular flexibility is not one that we want for functional movement. It creates a destabilization, tends towards injury in the knee. Lift your chest up. Delicious. Okay, so if you want to go a little bit deeper, thread your arms underneath and pick up the leg. So your goal here, again, is to keep your spine totally upright and keep trying to pull that shin towards your chest. Now you can rock a little bit.
It's also fine if you lay back down here, if you prefer to do this pose reclining. It's no problem. Excellent. Okay, we're going to offer one more variation here. Bring your hands to the ankle. Now, in this next variation, there's a couple things I want you to pay attention to. First, keep your foot flexed. Don't let it become lazy. Keep the foot flexed. This protects your knee. Second, it's not about how far you go. We're just playing. So see, you can take the foot towards the ear. Just see. Just see. Start to move it around and see, can you take it towards the ear and release. Take it towards the ear. Release. That's 3, 4 towards the ear. Release. So you're just playing. And 5. And then bring it back down. So it rests on the knee. Your right hand goes behind you. Left hand grabs the heel. And go ahead and turn towards your right side. Now, if you would like, you can bring your left elbow into the arch and turn. Lengthen up. Lift up. Excellent. And slowly return back to center. We're still on this left side. Slide your left leg so it's on top of the right. Take your hands behind you. Now, if it's available today in your body and you want to thread your feet together again, you can, but it's not required. Pick up your feet and take your arms forward. Get strong. Get strong. Get strong. Squeeze your belly, not your face. And then when you're ready, extend your right foot up. And then the left. You guys are amazing. As much as you can, as much as you can, as much as you can. And lower down. Wow. Good. Take a little forward fold. Notice the difference from one side to the other. Just play with your body. Say, wow, how does it feel? So this is, we're making these sequences. We call them krama, which means an intelligent order. So they have a particular purpose. Good. So same thing, other side. You know what? It's Saturday. Let's take a vinyasa in between sides. And by vinyasa, I mean 6 vinyasas, belly up. So what I want you to do is find your enthusiasm, find your willpower. Take your hands behind you, bend your knees. This is called a vinyasa, belly up. Now you're going to lift your hips up. Take a back bend. With the exhale, take your hips through. Good. Inhale up. This is 2. Exhale through. Get strong. Inhale up. This is 3. Inhale up. And 4. 2 more. Inhale up. 5. Inhale up. And 6. Now extend your right leg forward. Isn't that more fun? Place your left foot arch so it's around that calf muscle. Take your hands behind you. This is super important that you get this idea that as we create the arch and the length in the spine, we direct the force into the right hamstring. So find your sweet spot. If your hamstrings are super tight and you're back here, you're still creating an arch. Good. Find your spot. Keep your head up. Keep your foot alive. Excellent. So if you're far enough forward that your belly is touching your thigh, then grab the heel. And then I pull and I arch. I'm keeping my head up because it's active variation. And you guys are amazing. Active variation. It's going to be a nice day. Do yoga first thing in the morning, or if you're over in Europe, partway through the day. You all get a copy of this so you can practice tomorrow as well. A few more breaths. Keep lengthening it. Today we focused a bit on hamstrings. Okay, so now rise up and we're staying with the hamstring. We're just changing our multidimensional space a little bit. Pick up that knee and take your hands to to the knee and get this connection. So you're finding this pressing of the femur bone into the chest, and then grab your heel. Okay, now this is where you have to be honest, and it's nice because we're not in a classroom. There's no one to show off to. Notice that if this is happening, if I straighten this and you see I round the back, this takes force into the ankle joint matrix, knee, and really lumbar spine, and you don't want it there unless you're trying to date a surgeon just once. Good. So find a variation where you're able to maintain this upright position. It's super important. Be honest. Do the practice and you will get more flexible. Promise you. So if you're taking the next variation, meaning that you're already straight-legged here, then take your left hand and grab the outside edge of the right foot. Now I bend the knee and I pull it back, and I take my right arm inside. I'm definitely connecting my rib cage and my femur bone, and then I straighten the leg. Now as I straighten it, I don't look up. I hold my head in neutral, and I push back with the head. You can do whatever you would like with the left leg. This is very active. I'm pushing with my right hand. I'm pushing with the right leg, and my head is pushing the arm back. Super active position. Excellent. And slowly release. Good. So now bend your left knee and bring the right foot so it's resting on the left knee. And take a moment here, and I want you to check this out. Make sure you're not on the foot, because you see this bend? No. Yes. Arch your back. Tetas arriba, which is Spanish for tits up, or open your heart chakra, whichever you prefer. But get this arch. Get this arch. And if you're tight, find a sit on a block and have your hands behind you. Still create the arch. Still create the arch. Good. Now, if you would like, you can thread your arms under. Same thing here. You're sitting up, and you're going to start to rock from side to side. So pay attention to what's happening in the spine. Be honest. Find your integrity in your practice. When it comes to the physical universe, the way that we change it is by going through the right operations. And also by recognizing that you are not a body, you have a body. So if there's a problem with the body today, it's not a problem with you. It's just a body. Good. Bring your hands to your ankle. Excellent. And now we're going to play again here. I want you to respect yourself, but have some fun with it. So see that you can really, you have this, some range of mobility, and then just try to bring your foot towards your ear. 1. And again, play with it. 2, just try. 3, you can totally skip this. Any movement. 4. And 5. Excellent. And then go ahead and place that ankle down on your knee. Lengthen up. Good. You know what? We missed the back bend, you guys. Let me forget this. Let's do it before the other step, before we continue. We started with this. Lift your hips up. I forgot a pose. Oh my gosh. Excellent. If something fell off, lower down. Now we take our spinal twist. Right hand grabs the heel and begin to twist. Now if that's easy and accessible, you can take your right elbow to your arch and twist. Excellent. And slowly release back to center. We're still on this right side. Slide your right leg on top of the left. And then if you'd like, you can bind your feet together if it's available. Pick them up, extend your arms forward and hold. Get strong. Activate your inner thighs. Activate, activate, activate. Feel like you're squeezing everything together. Excellent. Then extend your left leg up, then the right, and lower down. Take a moment and notice how the legs feel. Good. Now let's take vinyasa. Belly up 6 times because it is Saturday. Let's get the lead out. Bend your knees with enthusiasm, guys. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, take them through. Engage your core. 2, lift up. Exhale through. 3, lift up. Exhale. 4. Excellent. 5. Take it through. And 6. And slowly lowering down. All right. Go ahead and bring your feet together in front of you into a diamond pose. So diamond pose is like Baddha Konasana, except the feet are far in front of you. Now, take a moment and bring your thumbs to the inside arch and just massage that inner arch. Massage that inner arch. Hi, Anna. Anna says, what a disaster. I got the time wrong again. I'm sorry. Well, I posted it in 3 different time zones. Which one are you in, my dear? You'll get a recording. After massaging your arches, go ahead and slide your hands to your knees. And with the exhale, round. And with the inhale, arch. Lima time. Yeah, it was a little early for you guys. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Although when I'm there in person, we usually start at 8:30. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round, 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 round. And inhale, arch. And go ahead and begin to fold forward. So now if you have some blocks, you want to place them under your elbow or your chest or your head and lower down. But you can join us right now, Anna, and you'll get like a little bit of practice, and then I'll send the recording later today. So just relax yourselves down, make contact with something, and begin to unwind the body. So at first, you'll feel this pose usually in the outside of your legs, but then you'll start to feel it in the spine, along the spine. We actually want this. That's why you want to put something under your chest or under your head, so that you are supported here, and we're getting a fascia stretch. We're going to hold this for about 2 minutes. So scan your body and make sure that you're not using anything to hold yourself up. Sarah? Use the blocks underneath your forehead so you can fold forward. Guys, please be with me here. Listen, when I say put them in your forehead, if you don't have anything to support you, it's not going to be possible to totally let go in the pose. So if that's the case, then keep your head in an upright position. But preferable for this is that you take something and put your head on it, so you can drop the body and actually get the stretch in the fascia along the spine. And then bring your attention to your breath and notice if you keep adjusting. Just begin to notice, do you keep fidgeting? Do you keep finding a reason to move? Is there so much discomfort? And if you're in a variation of the pose that's too intense, back off a little bit. Because right now we're working with duration, not intensity. So you want to stay longer at a less intense level. And just see, can you be still? Can you drop control of the body? Or is something else controlling it? Is it you that's moving it? Something else that's moving it? And at the end of the day, can you give the command to be still to this physical body? Because what is yoga? Like, why are we doing this? We're doing this to get control so that it's yours. It's your body. You actually understand how it works. You understand the mechanisms. And when you tell it to do something, it does it. This is the purpose of the physical practices, is for you to get in communication in such a way that there's not a resistance between you and your body. Because it's a lot more fun to live in a body that does what you want it to do.
Keep dropping your weight. Soft and heavy, soft and heavy. Dropping your weight into the ground. Excellent. And slowly rising up. Take your hands, scoop your knees up, and press them straight. Press them straight. Good. Take a little forward fold as you shake out the knees. Ah, delicious, delicious. Good. And so now I want to work on our core a bit. Scoot yourself forward on your mat and come down onto your elbows. So we're going to do some core training here. The thing I want you to be aware of is that in this particular position, your head oftentimes is heavy on the neck. So at any point you want to drop the head back, go for it. Yeah, there's no benefit to neck tension. Good. Take both your legs up towards the sky. Extend. Now find your feet and make some circles. Get control of your feet. Yeah, your feet are not some things at the end of your legs. This is your primary contact point, so get some control, get some awareness there. Then I want you to squeeze your legs straight and press with the ball of the foot away from you. Squeeze your legs together and begin to lower down about halfway and hold. Squeeze your legs together, push, push. Squeeze your legs together, push, extend. Extend, push. Good. Bring it up, shake it out. And both legs come up. Now take your left knee towards your left shoulder and begin to lower the right leg down so it hovers off the ground. And I want you to round your back and tuck your chin and contract the front body. Really feel that you're hugging in the right lower abdominal. Super active, super active, super active. Extend. Extend. Good. Take both your legs up. Extend up. Bring your ankles back to life. And then find your right knee. Take it towards your shoulder and lower the left one off the ground. Extend. Squeeze. Contract the front body. Really go for it. Really over contract. Super strong. Find the lower abdominal. Take control. Excellent. Both legs up. Circles in the ankles. Bring them to life. Okay, good. So now squeeze both your legs together and take them towards the right side of your body, just a little bit, and hold. Find your lower abdominals and contract. It doesn't seem very hard at first, but just hold it. Contract. Steady. Keep your legs straight. Are you bending your knees? Keep them straight. Back to center and to the left. Hold. Contract your belly. Nice and stable position. Squeeze the legs together. Keep your knees straight. Excellent. Back to center. Lower your feet down. And now pick your hips up. Press up. Drop your head back. Excellent. And slowly lowering your hips down to the ground. Good. Bring your back onto the ground. Keep your left knee bent. Extend your right one up. Interlace your hands behind your right leg. Now begin sliding your hands down. You can either bring them to your knee or below. It's your choice. It's your choice.
From this position, I want you to soften everything in the body, melt, 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 and only the arms are going to begin to work. So begin to use your arms to pull the right leg. My right leg is totally soft, totally passive. My belly is soft. Pull the leg in and release. Do this 10 times. Pull it in and release. It's like a micro pulsation. So wherever you are, if your hand is on your knee, this is totally fine. The knee can be bent. We're essentially working with the hip joint here, a bit the hamstring, but with the hip joint. Pulsations. Keep your right leg totally relaxed. The belly is relaxed. Only thing active is the arms. Excellent. Good. So now, wherever you are, you can bend your knee. I want you to take your right hand and thread it in between the fingers of your right foot. Knee can be bent or straight. Thread your fingers in between. So have a look at this. In between, just like this, but in a reclining position. Your knee can be bent or straight. Good. Once you have that position, take a forward fold, either straight or bent. Try to get your femur bone as close as you can. And then I want you to bend your right knee. And I'm going to pick up my left side. Bring your right knee to the ground. So your left side can totally move. However it needs to happen, bring your right knee to the ground alongside your body. It's totally fine to pick up the left side. Right knee to the ground. Keep your fingers interlaced in between your toes. And from this position, keeping that knee on the ground, begin to straighten it slightly. So you're just looking for a little bit of mobility. This depends again on your flexibility. You're just moving that foot, keep the right knee on the ground. Just a little bit of movement, up and down. Excellent. Release, extend it up. Good. Bring both your feet onto the ground. Take your hands and place them at the crease at your hips, where your hips meet your body. Let your shoulders move as they need to. I want you to relax your belly and just push your hips away. Relax your belly, relax your lumbar spine. So you're decompressing your sacrum. And then I actually like to push right and left, kind of like a cat doing a massage. So you're releasing, but you have to relax your belly. Yeah, and we might not notice how much we're having a habit of holding tension in the belly. You can push a little bit side to side. Excellent. So left leg comes up now. Interlace your hands behind the left leg. And then slide it down. Find your spot. So hamstrings are tight, then go ahead and take the knee, because we're working here on this hip joint more than anything. If it's comfy and you want to work straight leg, have the leg straight. 10 times. Only thing that's active is your arms. Relax your belly. You're just pulsing that leg in towards you. Relax the leg. Little pulsations. There is a reason for all of these weird little things that we do in the Krama Vinyasa. I don't have enough time to articulate them all in a regular class, but if you're interested, we do have some things coming up if you want to know why. If you want to know why. Good. So now bring your hand back down, let the knee bend, and take your left fingers and interlace them in between the toes. All the way down. Try to get the base of your fingers to the base of your toes. And then when you have that, you're going to pull your left knee to the ground on the left side of your body. Excellent. Fingers are in between the toes. Your right side can totally pick up. You can move it however you want. And then from here, begin to straighten and release. So look for where your edge is. Keep the left knee on the ground. And just see what's there. Fingers are in between the toes. And just creating a little bit of mobility. So we're working with the wind system right now in the body. Just a little bit of a different system, creating space. Keep the feet open and play around with straightening that left leg. Excellent. Release. Bring your foot to the ground. Take your hands all the way down to the crease in your hips and then push your hips away. Totally relax your belly. Soften everything. Let it decompress. Excellent. And now you have some options. You may either lift into bridge pose, or if you practice full wheel, you want to come up, go ahead and take 3 full wheels, your choice. Yogi's choice, either taking bridge
or lifting up into full wheel. Your choice. And if you're taking full wheel, take 3. If you're taking bridge, it's nice to do, 5 breaths, take a break, and maybe a second round, because it's important that we strengthen that part of our back body, our glutes, our hamstring, and we get that like nice stable back bend. So either you're doing 3 full wheels or you're lifting up into bridge. Or if there's something that you feel is missing in your practice, you want to do a little more hip openers, go ahead. And then without hurrying, whenever you finish your bridge and your back bend, I want you to take happy baby, but in this new way that we've been practicing it, which is where you take your feet together and you interlace your hands around them, and you notice this angle, so less than 90, greater than 90. Then you just rock. So it becomes like a massage, a little different application. You can rock from side to side. We're just finishing up your practice, taking a little massage, happy baby, as you wish. As you wish. Finishing up the practice. You guys did great today. You guys did amazing. I feel good. So finishing up, and you're going to begin making your way towards Savasana, which means corpse pose. It's not that yogis were particularly morbid. What's happening here for corpse pose is that it's an attitude of withdrawing control, as if we're withdrawing attention from the body, from the energy, from the mind. And we're creating a separation between us and all of these things that we're learning to control. So for Savasana, it's really nice to cover your eyes. And if you're somewhere where it's chilly, put on a jacket or cover your torso. And then you want to scan your body about 3 times, just looking to see if there's any areas that are pulling your attention that you keep having to notice or adjust. So some of the things that might be going on is maybe you want something underneath your knees. Yeah, you want something under your knees. It's totally fine to put something under the neck or the head. And I do recommend covering your eyes. Yep, I do recommend covering your eyes. So as you begin to tuck yourself in, settling down, not checking your phone, the interwebs will still be there after your Savasana. Bring your attention to the center of your brain, the physical brain. And I want you to see that you're unsqueezing as if you're undoing knots, and have the sense that there's almost like a white light, as if you're trying to get this white light throughout the whole brain, undoing any areas where it's dark or constricted. Just have this scan, have the sense that with a unsqueezing, that you're bringing this white light to any areas that are dark. Just keep doing this. And then begin to move to the inner ear, behind your eyes, unsqueezing the sinuses, lips, teeth. And squeezing your throat and your shoulders. All the way down your arms. If you're spreading this white light, any places where it's dark or constricted, you just undo and you feel this white flowing energy moving into it. All the way down into your hands, releasing. And bring your attention to the center of the chest. And the same thing with your heart and your lungs, your diaphragm, feeling that you're unsqueezing your white light. Any dark spots just dissolve. Dissolving all the way down into your belly. Any areas of constriction or darkness, feel that you're undoing it. Allow that to move into your hips, knees, ankles, arches, toes. It's the wave of unsqueezing as you scan any areas that are dark, constricted, just releasing it. And then moving from the center of your brain out to your fingertips and toe tips. Any areas of darkness, feel that you're flowing a dispersal of radiant energy. And bring your attention beneath you into the earth, about 1,000 feet. Release your body from this point. Having the idea that for the next little while, your body can take care of your body. Body can take care of the body. Feeling yourself begin to expand. It's a little bit broader than your body, as if somehow you were taking up the space in the room around you. Allowing that space to continue expanding around the room that you're in. Just feeling that you're becoming more like space and less like the density of matter. But only for a little while, just imagine. And feel this expansion continuing around the entire building you're in. Becoming more like space and less like matter. Just imagine. See if you can expand this out around the neighborhood. You can feel yourself becoming like the space around the globe. As if you were becoming an infinitely expanding night sky. More like space and less like matter. Just stay in this stillness for the next just a little while and I will bring you out. And slowly, slowly returning back to your body. You can stay outside of it or return into it as you wish. And lengthening your inhale all the way to your toes and fingertips. And then when you are ready, draw your arms over your head and your knees to your chest, naturally coming back into control of the body, and bring yourself up gracefully to a comfortable seated position. Rest with your palms up, lean back slightly, and become absolutely still, if only for a moment. And with your next inhale, lifting your arms over your head, an invitation, light into the life. And with the exhale, drawing your hands in front of your heart, a gesture of sharing with all sentient beings. Namaste. Thank you guys for joining today. I hope you enjoy the morning practice. At 2 o'clock, I'm doing a workshop. So if you're interested, the link to register is on my website. This is a workshop about opening your heart, and we're going to work a lot with the shoulders and arm asanas. Thank you so much, Gisela. And at 11, my teacher is giving a webinar. Here's the link. It's free if anybody wants to join it. Super cool stuff. He's going to be doing some interesting imagination meditations today. Thank you so much, Jasmine, Omar. Guys, I love you. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. Come up with the schedule for next week, Sunday, but I do a lot of workshops over the weekend. So we have a breath workshop on Sunday. Anne Marie, thank you. Patricia, she says she's joining everything. Alicia, thank you so much. Anna, sequencing module, yes, Jasmine. Yeah, the sequencing module will be offered online. Because you already have some alignment training, you could probably skip the first one, although you might want to take it because it has some good mind science. I also have a 300-hour course on Yoga Sutras that I'm going to be announcing soon. Vanessa just woke up from Savasana. Yeah, you guys all get my emails, right? I'm a little slow with emailing. I'm trying to get better to keep you all in the loop. Yeah. So if you get my emails, I announce everything as much as I can. It's a lot. It's a lot to manage teaching and all the admin and social media. So I love you guys. Please let people know that we're doing this and that we have a high quality yoga courses and practices available. Spread the word. It helps me. And yeah, if you guys are free, there's an excellent lecture happening a little bit. Here's the link again. With one of my teachers. He's amazing, and he will be teaching some meditation today, some imagination meditations, which are awesome. So cool. So yep, I got tonight I'm doing a talk at 7 as well. It'll be live on Facebook. So there's a lot going on this weekend, and Sunday as well there's a 2 o'clock, and I think I'm going to do another talk Sunday night. So I'll post it on Facebook and try to do emails, but other than that, write to me if anything. I love you guys, and onward and upward. Have a great day.